This is some learning time. Okay, this is learning time. Are you a Zerg who is confused by the mystical and wonderful powers of Protoss? You don't know how to open up and get ahead and stay ahead? Look no further than this demonstration of how to do a build that allows you to stay on par and or get ahead of Protoss. You see how easy that is? Now I'm going to do the build here. There's no opponent, this is just an empty custom game. But I'm going to walk through a simple Zerg opening that allows you to mass a bunch of drones. 13 Overlord is the first step, so we can make constant drones. If we're thinking about priorities for this build, priority number 1 is spending our larva into drones as fast as possible. That's the most important thing. So double drone as soon as the Overlord is done. Boom, double drone. And now a lot of Protoss players will send a probe to block your base. So if you want to avoid that, you can send your drone at 16 supply over to your natural expansion. So looking at the natural, 16 hatch. On bigger maps where the enemy is further away, you can take it at 17 supply. 17 is a little bit more efficient. I'm rallying one drone to the extractor and one drone down here to build a spawning pool. So look, 16 out of 16. This is the really important criteria to satisfy for as much of the game and as many of the bases that you have as you possibly can. So we got our spawning pool down here. And now I'm going to rally these next 3 larvae into the extractor. Just make it nice and easy. We're not going to disturb these drones. They're doing good work. Workers mine at a rate of 1 mineral per second. Just going to let them keep doing that. So once the third one is rallied in, I'm going to check by my base when it's around half done. And I'm going to take a 20 hatchery. One more drone in the main. I'm changing the rally point from the main to the natural, so I can start saturating this base. Notice around 20 supply, I have around 300 minerals. I'm going to take a base. If a probe is blocking that area, you can just take a different base. I'm still droning. I'm just holding down the larva and drone button. That's all I'm doing. And this base is done. What am I going to do? Spend the larva into drone. Look at the minerals. They're spiking up to 150. Make it a queen. Queen from the natural. So why the natural? Also pull off gas at 100. I pulled 2 workers off gas. And take wing speed. So the reason you make the queen at the natural is because the queen is going to inject. And when the larva falls, you want the larva to be close to the base that needs to be saturated, which is the second base. 25 Overlord, and then 2 pairs of links, so up to 4. And then I'll make another drone. Just trying to make drones as fast as I possibly can. I'm queuing up another queen from the natural, so it's 1 queen at a time from the natural. Queen injects, and then it goes here to get ready for the first adept. I'm making drones, droned up to 33. And we make another Overlord. You can patrol these links here. The first adept arrives at around 310. If they chrono boost it out, it could get there a little bit early. So you want the queens and the links to be ready for that adept. And I'm just droning. I'm droning as fast as I can. You can change the rally point from the natural to the third. Gonna make another Overlord here at 37. And then drone. Creep tumor to connect my bases, very important. Queen at the natural is done. I'm gonna send the queens to the third. And then now I have 300, double queen. Queen from the main, queen from the natural. I almost have 100 gas, so I'm going to take an Evo. I'm still droning. And let's make a spore. The first oracle can hit at around 4 minutes, so it's 340. I'll start one, start another. And these 2 queens will protect against an oracle at the third base. And guess what I'm doing? I'm still droning. But as the Evo is getting done, I want to make a few more links to get some value. So I'll make some links. The amount doesn't matter a whole bunch. Let's take melee upgrade. Take another Overlord. Inject with the new queens. Inject with the queens of the third. Spread creep. The tumor spread. And then let's fill this gas. And then take a gas. The links can run around. You can do a lane drop if you really want to. You can kill adepts if you want to. Making drones. Oh, I've got minerals. I'm going to make 3 queens. It's around 430. To be safe against DT, make another spore. So you have spores at all your bases. take a fourth base. You can take the fourth very fast. If you're going for a Ling style, you really need a lot of larva income. So going for a fourth base really early is pretty safe. A hatchery is a big target. It has tons of HP. It's not really a big risk to take a hatch early. If anything, you could just cancel it. And now I'm droning. Just massing drones. All the bases are injected. I have new queens, so I'll just spread creep with them. Inject, spread creep. What do I do with my gas now? Let's make a lair. Let's make 4 overlords now, because the income's picking up. Sure. Let's run around with the lings. A lot of times you can deny the third a little bit, or you can pick off the probes being transferred between the natural and the third. So the lair is going. I have around 50 workers, so I'm going to take 2 more gases up to 4. And I'm still going to drone, because I want to make like 70. 70 or 80 drones is a go now. Okay, let's imagine a bunch of adepts are being shaded across. Ah! Run home. Run home. Fill the gas. Fill the gas. Fill the gas. Send the queens over to the 4th. Okay, let's make some overlords. We have money, let's get a macro hatch. Let's make some banes. Lair should be done soon. When lair is done, I'm going to take +2 melee. Let's put a spore at the 4th for detection. I'm going to deal with air. Couple overlords, hotkey the macro hatch. +2 melee, bane speed, and a hydra down. Now I'm massing lings, because I have 66 drones. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll make a few more. So now I have 70. That's a really good economy. Let's get an overseer for detection. Let's get an overseer to scout. Let's make lings. Let's fill some overlords where the prism could warp some zealots or adepts into my base. That's no fun. Let's put an overseer in the cream group. Take overlord speed. Spread the creep. Take hydra range and speed. Inject the bases. Wow. Amazing. Notice I have 5 gas. 5 gas is about what you want to have if you're going for hydra bane. If you take too much gas, then you float a bunch of gas. Remember that hydras are countered by storm. So if you go pure hydra and they go for storm, you're going to have a bad time. Let's break some rocks. Rocks are generally better for Protoss than they are for Zerg. Let's inject stuff. Let's take a 5th base. You can expand really fast. You're Zerg. Come on. Just expand. It's not a big deal. You're creating more targets that the opponent has to invest to kill. Wow, the Overseer scouted. Oh my goodness. They're going for Proton stuff. It doesn't matter. Just spam Hydra Bane. Doesn't matter. Oh, they're going Charge Lot Archon Immortal. Go Hydra Bane. Oh, they're going Adept Sentry Stalker. Oh, Hydra Bane. Oh, they're going Void Ray something. Hydra Bane. Have the queens on a hotkey. If you make a bunch of queens, and there's a big fight, make sure the queens fight. Queens have a shitload of HP. What? 175 HP. So just do a fight like this. Let's imagine Protoss is right here. We're imagining. Protoss is setting up an engagement right here. I want my queens here. I want my army split between 2 paths. Okay. Gonna take our time. Wait for the engagement. Make some banes before we go in. And then I send my queens first, and then I send my army. And then the army goes in, and I attack from 2 paths. Which means they have to use twice as many storms to damage all my stuff. Main base is mining out, so I'm going to transfer to the 4th. +1 range attack, infestation pit. Now I can start transitioning into hive. So I'll take some more gases. Make 2 spines at each of my bases. For zealots and adepts and DTs and archons and all the various and sundry Protoss pressure. Let's add some static at the 5th. Spore, spine, spine. Drone a little bit. Still got 70. Bear in mind that when you make static defense, you need to remake drones to keep the same economy, because you consume workers to make build-ins as Zerg. And this is a perfectly fine time to stack up some injects. You've got lots of queen energy, right? Hydra Bane costs a lot of gas, and larva, not really gas, costs a lot of larva. So stack some injects. That's a nice feature. And then when you're out focusing on your army, your hatcheries are just popping off a whole bunch of larvae. That's awesome. Let's do a Bane drop. Do a Bane drop here. Amazing. Let's fill the rocks and pressure the enemy's 4th base. Take a hive. Take a spire. Whenever the hive is done, your spire will also be done. You can go greater spire. Wow, that's amazing. Generally, you don't want to trade brains for rocks. But sometimes it's kind of funny. So just mass a bunch of stuff. Now we're maxed. Incredible. If you wanted to go lurker, you could do this and go lurker. If you wanted to. Spread creep the whole game. Inject your stuff. Wow. That's basically ZVP. How you get ahead and stay ahead. Thank you. Good luck.